So this is a brand new King Keg. I've just received it this morning through the post. I'm not suggesting by any means that this would leak if it was used, but before I use it, I'm just going to show you what I do to condition this sealing face of the neck. So I've got a little bowl, you can't see, but I've got a little bowl of soapy water and the wife's watercolours, which I've borrowed, and also I've got a piece of picture glass which I've taken out of a picture frame. So I just wet my finger and get a bit of watercolour on my finger and then just run it around the top there. A little bit more. So you've got a little bit of water on the top there with a bit of dye. And then if I put the glass on, you can see where the flatness of the top is, because where it's smidged, that's where it's touching. And you can see that there isn't a lot of contact because there's burrs and a little bit of unevenness in the way it's been cut. It's probably got a little chamfer on it. It possibly would seal with the O-ring in place, but I want it to be dead flat for the application that I'm using it for, because I've got a different sealing system. So I'm going to just give that a rub down with a piece of wet and dry on a glass plate, which I'll show you, and then we'll test it again to see what kind of pattern we get. So here's my piece of wet and dry, well used, that I've stuck to an old glass fridge shelf. Just put a little bit of soapy water on it. This seems to help it, rub it down a bit. Put it back there. Okay, so just gently press down on the glass and rotating it. So it's not finished yet, but you can see that it's getting to be better contact there and there, and then you've got two hollow areas there and there. So I'm going to continue rubbing it down until I get a complete ring. So I've been rubbing that down for a little while now, and what is shown up is that there is a void there and there where the handles are. These sides are high, and this is hollow, which I guess could be one of the reasons why the cap is prone to leak. So you can see there we've got good contact there and there, but nothing at all in those two areas. These areas are getting bigger as I'm rubbing down, but you can see it doesn't wipe the liquid into just a little bit around the edge, not much on this side at all. So these are the hollows, so that you can see as the cap does up, the seal will bind on this area here, but will be light in those two areas, which might just be enough, I don't know, might be enough to give you a little bit of leakage. So I'm going to continue rubbing that down until I get it flat. Okay, so there I've given it a good rub down. You can see there's still a little bit of a hollow there and a little bit of lightness there, but generally there's contact now all the way around. What's significant is that these two areas here, when I started to rub it down, were a lot shallower than these two areas. So the contour of the neck was like a dip there, a rise there, a dip there, and a rise there. Now, while an O-ring seal should be able to take up those kind of differences in height, it's so much better if it's all flat. And I wonder if the differences in the height, as you tighten the cap down, obviously it's going to tighten up on these areas first. And these areas are not going to be as tightly crimped or squidged, squashed, whatever you like to call it, on the seal. So they will be prone to leak, perhaps. Anyway, I think you can see there that the rim now is nice and flat, and there's a continuous flat surface onto which I can now place a seal.